Standard Chartered presents CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards in partnership with Hindustan Times.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to the 17th edition of the CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards, presented by Standard Chartered in partnership with Hindustan Times.
Well, 2 years have passed since the novel coronavirus took us all by surprise and life as we knew it moved indoors. After last year's India Business Leader Awards, which were held in the realms of the digital world, this year we are back with a bang as we host the awards in the real world.
So, Samira, a big round of applause, right, for our collective resilience, and thank you to everyone here today who has braved the city traffic and made time to be here with us for this exciting evening. It will definitely be worth it.
Well, for sure. And now, as you all know, undisputed leadership is what we honor year after year at the India Business Leader Awards. Over time, these awards have become India's most coveted platform for honoring exemplary leaders who have been working tirelessly to foster India's growth vision. This year's theme of IBLA is Leaders of Change. And tonight, we will celebrate and felicitate the illustrious and dynamic leaders who have defined change in the new normal.
Well, before we start with the celebrations tonight, I invite on stage Shireen Bhan, the managing editor CNBC TV18, to deliver the welcome address and set the ball rolling.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is truly an honor and a privilege to welcome you all back for the 17th edition of the India Business Leader Awards. After an agonizing 2 years, it feels so good to see all of you together in person as opposed to a virtual screen. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, coronavirus, the pandemic has placed extraordinary demands on leaders. However, with true grit and an undying spirit of not to falter, resilient leaders and organizations have outperformed by remaining flexible and adapting to the crisis at a fast pace. And today we are in the august company of eminent leaders and policymakers who've not just weathered the storm, but have also emerged stronger. We applaud your resilience, your ingenuity, and your can-do spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for all our nominees and our winners here this evening. I would like to take a minute to thank Zareen Daruwala and the entire team at Standard Chartered. The India Business Leader Awards could not have been done without you, Zareen, and to the team at Standard Chartered. Many thanks for your support. And I'll end with the words of the Dalai Lama. There are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday and the other is called tomorrow. So today is the right day to love, believe, do, and mostly live. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for being here with us for the India Business Leader Awards. And it is my great honor and privilege to welcome on stage the Honorable Finance Minister, Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman, who has kindly agreed to join us for the IBLA Town Hall. Ma'am, can I request you to please join us on stage? As is tradition here at India Business Leader Awards, when we have the Finance Minister and a captive audience, we always give the opportunity to the CEOs who are present here to engage in a brainstorming session, in a dialogue with the Finance Minister. The IBLA Town Hall has now become tradition at the India Business Leader Awards, and so we look forward to hearing from you. But I'm going to get the first question in, Finance Minister. We are quite literally at the start of a new financial year. So as you look at the many variables that you will have to factor in and consider, both domestically as well as globally, do you walk into the new year with confidence, with cautious optimism, or nervousness?
Cautious optimism. I would have loved to say I'm walking with confidence because the response that the Indian people have shown for the last 1 year for the various developments, the policy initiatives, and also the challenges which they are facing in the ground is been phenomenal. I don't think I'll have enough words to appreciate the energy with which people have taken the challenges, faced it, and also found solutions to come out of it. The government, of course, has done some bit. It can do a lot more. We will keep the pace up and we'll keep responding. But it is to the credit of the people of India for showing that grit to come out of this kind of a situation. And why do I say come out? I'm not saying it with a sense of a false sense of confidence or anything, but look at the numbers. I couldn't have started this year with a better number in the GST collection, 142, 100. It is not something which and it has nothing to do with people going and collecting GST, as you know, is all in the system. Everybody does their bit and the trickles add up to a big number. So also the advance collections which are happening of tax. I could have always said, oh, I'm very confident, I'm moving. So there are enough reasons for me to say the Indian economy is doing well. So I'm entering into this new financial year with a sense of confidence. But equally, all of you all know, and all of us are seized to the realities because of the Russia-Ukraine situation, because of the drop in the supply of natural gas, also the fuel energy security related issues, and therefore there are challenges. But yet I'm optimistic. So cautious optimism.
Let me throw it open to the IBLA town hall now. Mr. Kotak, I'm going to give you the first shot, sir. The microphone is right there on your table.
Ma'am, if you had the advantage of knowing the Russia-Ukraine crisis, what would you have done differently in the budget?
It has to be Uday, right? And it has to be a tough question from him. I wished I was a Jyotish, first of all, to have known Russia and Ukraine will go through. But I think I would have ensured that all the wheat is sold well in time, exported it. I would have ensured that I had all the sunflower, which is blooming anywhere in the world, brought to India so that I'm not a deficit on edible oil. I would have ensured, first of all, much before wheat and sunflower, I got all my students out. Every student out. At least 3 I've listed.
Anisha, you've got the microphone right there. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Good evening, ma'am. We are actually cautiously optimistic as well. And we see India positioned very well today, continuing with the investments we've planned. There is a silver lining to this crisis right now, which is the opportunity to export food grains in a much greater way. But this will require a number of ecosystems to work together. Credit flow to farmers, supply chains, infrastructure. How can we partner together with the government and some of the companies that have spaces in this ecosystem to really move forward much faster to be able to get to the 1 trillion goal that you set?
The first thing I would suggest is if you have a set of ideas, you should just send a mail over to the Commerce Ministry or to me or to the PM's Economic Advisory. And one of us will come back to you to say, all right, we want you to be here, we want you to be there, and give us greater coordination, greater traction, and so on. Just put it all in a one-page note, send it to anyone who you choose, and then I'm sure you'll get a response back. And we'll value the participation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sanjeev Bajaj.
Ma'am, over the last few years, it's really the government that has been supporting the economy with the continuous investment in infrastructure and allied services. And each time you have met a gathering like this, you have asked industry, private sector industry, that it's time now to unleash, invest. Unfortunately, each time we try to do that, some external event comes where we need to rethink again. So if we go beyond a year or two, most of us over here think we have a very bright future as a country. What would be your message to India Inc., not from a year or 2 years point of view, but say from a 5, 7, 8 years point of view, with respect to investment, growth, anything on your mind?
Actually, I'm not making the commercial decisions. It's you who are making it. But I think, look at the way you have made the decisions now to prove exports will not sit back and watch the situation. We'll get going, we'll be exporting. Exports are happening in a big way. Otherwise, we wouldn't have reached the target even 20 days or 10 days before the deadline date. So you're actually doing it. Most of us are doing probably everything that it takes to improve our own businesses and, therefore perform. But collectively, when we sit together, we think, what is it that which is missing? Why are we not able to? I mean, come on. I give it to your credit. 400 billion you could reach exports. It's you. You're believing in your business, you're believing in your own abilities, you've performed individually. But collectively, there's something which makes you think like Hanumanji. I can't cross the ocean and go to Sri Lanka, Lanka of those days. I can't. And somebody had to tell Hanumanji, hey, you have it in you. So I think Indian industry is, who could have achieved in this kind of a pandemic environment where everybody in the Indian economy was saying policies are tight, regulation is haphazard, banks are not giving money, and at this time, container shortage, chip shortage, shipping liners are not available. Would you have done about 10 programs in the last 1 year on these topics?
Yeah.
But in spite of that, look at the target reached by the exporters.
Yeah.
So I think there should be a Shireen Barnes sitting next to Hanumanji and say, hey, you're doing it, believe in yourself. You should do more programs on that now.
Okay, we will, ma'am, we will. Zareen.
Ma'am, you mentioned about oilseeds with the India-Ukraine crisis. I guess that sort of accelerates the need to be Atmanirbhar in oilseeds. And government has done few steps, but I guess it's mission mode now that we have to do in the oilseeds. So your insights on how we are planning to accelerate the whole Atmanirbharta in oilseeds?
In fact, about 3-4 years ago, it started on oilseeds. And the farmers were told that they will be given a bonus, also some incentives if they shifted from, paddy, wheat, and move into oilseeds. And that particular year, there was definitely a big difference. Like the year before that for pulses, we in fact grew enough pulses that our imports were to be contained. We didn't need the imports. In fact, that led to an international bilateral kind of an issue with Canada. They said we had already had farmers growing pulses, and now you're saying you have enough, what will happen to our farmers, and so on. So both for pulses and oilseeds, I distinctly remember PM saying, get the groups to me, I want to talk to them, let's understand what kind of incentives will make them move. So there are, I think, very detailed working out happening in the agriculture ministry. The oilseeds has a separate cell which is following it up. We are moving ahead for Atmanirbharta in edible oils.
Well, that's great to hear, ma'am. Ms. Bhattacharya.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, one thing that surprises me now that I've moved into the IT sector is that if you look at digitization world over, Indians out of India are actually doing 30 to 35% of the global implementations. And that is one of the reasons why your exports are showing great numbers, because much of it is services export, software services export. But when you look at the survey regarding Indian industry, especially legacy industry, we are laggards there. So we have the talent, we have the knowledge, we do it for the world, but we are not doing it for ourselves. Is there anything that the government is doing in order to create an ecosystem so that there is better digitization?
Well, the fact that we recognize service as a software as a service, SaaS, is because we want to make sure that itself gets the focus and the attention which is so required. I'm at least talking to the banks, you're there, you've been there, to make sure that each one had their own. We want a system where each talks to the other, so that the client at the end of the day should be able to say, right, I get the benefit of digitization, not in a silo, but it should be. When I met the foreign minister of UK, I did mention this as one of the things, because I did ask her if they knew in the context of digital payment, SWIFT and so on. She did remind me saying SWIFT is Belgian, not so much British. The conversation went on this kind of a track where I did say, all right, I'm not here to decide who you'll have sanction put against. And in that, SWIFT could also be one of the things. But did you work out unintended consequences which might hurt people who are into SWIFT, but who have nothing to do with the conflict? I did raise this issue. And therefore, I said for a country like India, which has shown absolutely fantastic success in UPI and the payments, domain, as it were, wouldn't it be better to have UPI-like system talking to another system like the SWIFT, so that we wouldn't have the rough edge of an unintended, stroke hitting us?
Thank you very, very much for joining us here at the India Business Leader Awards. You've done it year after year, and we truly appreciate your time and your support.
Okay, without further ado, let's get started with the first set of awards this evening. To present the first set of awards, I would like to invite on stage Lata Venkatesh, the Executive Editor of CNBC-TV18, and Mr. Dinesh Khara, the Chairman of SBI, to join the Finance Minister on stage. And our first award for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, is the Young Turk Startup of the Year. Let's take a look at the nominees.
In the category Young Turks Startup of the Year, and the nominees are Mama Earth, Inframarket, Acco, Apna.
Well, that's quite the lineup of nominees. And now let's find out the winner of this year's Young Turk Startup of the Year award.
India's first unicorn of 2022 is a little different from its billion-dollar peers. It's profitable. Since its inception in 2016, Mama Earth shows no sign of slowing down. What was born out of a personal felt need is now the choice of over 5 million customers in 1,000 Indian cities. And it is evolving rapidly. What started as a baby parent-centered business is now the buzzword in personal care for Indian millennials. CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Young Turk Startup of the Year Award to Mama Earth.
Can we have a big round of applause for Mama Earth? To receive the award, please welcome on stage the co-founder of Mama Earth, Ghazal Alak.
Our next award tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the Young Turk of the Year. Take a look at the nominees.
In the category Young Turk of the Year, and the nominees are Licious, Farm Easy, Upgrad, The Good Glam Group.
And the winner for the Young Turk of the Year award goes to...
For a civilization with a glorious history of healthcare, India's health divide is a glaring inconsistency. But that is changing rapidly.
नहीं है पेशेंट की जो जर्नी है पेशेंट लाइफ साइकिल है वो हम इजी करना चाहते हैं
By leveraging technology with a digital platform,
we are all extremely innovative and extremely capable of getting great things done if we use technology to its maximum potential.
CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Young Turk of the Year Award to Farm Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the winner, Farm Easy. And coming on stage to receive the award is the co-founder of Farm Easy, Dhaval Shah.
Next award for the evening is the Most Promising Company of the Year. And the nominees are...
In the category Most Promising Company of the Year, and the nominees are ICICI Lombard, Indian Energy Exchange, Intellect Design, L&T Technology.
And now let's find out who the winner of the Most Promising Company of the Year award goes to.
They say access to power will take you places. But for one company, granting people access to power is taking them places.
Team IEX ensured 24/7 operation of the exchange. Not only that, we also introduced a couple of new products in the market.
Indian Energy Exchange has been helping India realize its electrifying potential by bridging gaps in power transmission, generation, supply, and demand. With a steady runway for growth, IEX is turbocharging India's rapidly developing energy sector.
Battery storage, fuel cells, green hydrogen, and electric vehicles, charging infrastructure, and many more things are happening in the sector. These are all going to disrupt the sector.
With a host of innovative products and state-of-the-art trading technology. CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Most Promising Company of the Year Award to Indian Energy Exchange.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the winner, Indian Energy Exchange. And to receive the award, please welcome S.N. Goyal, Chairman and MD, Indian Energy Exchange. Let's get on to the next category for the evening, the Disruptors. And nominees in this category have innovated, they've pushed boundaries and disrupted businesses in their respective sectors. Let's take a look.
In the category, the Disruptors, and the nominees are Nykaa, Byju's, Freshworks, PhonePe.
And the winner of the Disruptors is...
How does a fledgling startup become India's largest online beauty and wellness marketplace? How does a 10-year-old business become one of India's most valued companies? It all starts with the courage to dream big.
One has to break all stereotypes, including gender stereotypes.
Since launching in 2012, this company didn't just want to swim in the seas of the beauty industry. They didn't just want to turn the tide. They wanted to create a new wave. When the company was listed in the Indian Stock Exchange, it debuted with a market capitalization of 1 lakh crore rupees for being a game changer in the wellness and fashion space, and for literally bringing beauty to every Indian's fingertips. CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Disruptors of the Year Award to Nykaa.
Ladies and gentlemen, someone who needs no introduction, please put your hands together to Falguni Nair, the founder of Nykaa, to receive the award.
Now, CNBC TV18 is proud to felicitate a leader par excellence who has led by example and set the bar high for those within and outside his industry. True leaders who dedicate their lives to building institutions that redefine stewardship. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the next award for the evening, the Lifetime Achievement Award. And the winner is...
India is a land of a million colors. But one Indian knew color better than anyone else, and his career became a palette of perfection.
These are times where consumer is the king, and continuous innovation will go a long way to offer tailor-made products to the consumer.
Under his stewardship, Asian Paints transformed into India's largest paint manufacturer by value and market share.
Every crisis can be converted into an opportunity, provided one keeps innovating and builds a good team that translate and implement the result of this successfully. Our team managed to come off with flying colors.
Today, Asian Paints is Asia's third and the world's 9th largest paint company, for turning an early Make in India company into a multinational giant. CNBC TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly present the Lifetime Achievement of the Year Award.
Please put your hands together for Ashwin Dani, and to receive the award is the man himself. Please welcome Ashwin Dani, the Non-Executive Director of Asian Paints.
Louder round of applause is called for. It's one of the best India has created.
India has its own heritage and its own taste for paints. And the very reason why we succeeded in India is because when I entered the paint industry, amongst us top 7 paint companies, Asian Paint was the only Indian company. All other 6 companies were British. And today, if you combine the sale of number 2, number 3, number 4 paint company together, they cannot match our sales.
Our next award category tonight is Brand Campaign of the Year. Let's take a look at the nominees.
In the category Brand Campaign of the Year, and the nominees are Cred, Mondelez, not just Cadbury ad, Mondelez, #GoodLuckGirls, Dove, Bhima.
And the winner is...
When cutting-edge technology becomes the basis for clutter-breaking advertising, when machine learning unleashes the magic of ideas, and when a global superstar encourages the spirit of generosity,
we felt that was a great opportunity where we really could do something with our brand, which is beyond just sell more of our product. Stand for something, be more purposeful.
a new brand of advertising is born.
हमारे आसपास की जो दुकानें हैं, उनकी दिवाली भी तो मीठी होनी चाहिए.
The COVID pandemic hit local retailers hard, but Mondelez decided to turn calamity into creative cohesion.
At the heart of the idea are 3 technologies. There's the Google Maps API, which helped us do the hyperlocal targeting. Then the YouTube Director Mix at the heart of it, which helped us do the dynamic creative deployment. Last being the pin code targeting capabilities which sit within YouTube.
Geo-positioning systems became bridges between customers and local retailers. And artificial intelligence recreated SRK's natural charm many times over. The result? An epic campaign that lifted spirits and boosted business for thousands of local retailers. CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Brand Campaign of the Year Award to Mondelez for their Not Just a Cadbury ad.
Well, congratulations to Mondelez for their campaign, Not Just a Cadbury ad. And receiving the award is Anil Vishwanathan, Senior Director Marketing, Mondelez India.
Moving on now from TV screens to the big screen, shall we? It's time now to present the next award for the evening, the Entertainment Leader of the Year. And here are the nominees.
In the category Entertainment Leader of the Year, and the nominees are Fahad Fazil, Dhanush, Manoj Bajpayee, Taapsee Pannu.
And the Entertainment Leader of the Year award goes to...
Her rise in the entertainment industry has been more steady than stratospheric. Now, there's no holding her back.
From there to here, it has been a long, tedious journey, so I don't want to take it easy now when I finally achieved it.
Her versatility makes her a darling of the critics. Her talent guarantees box office success.
It's not about having the maximum screen time, it's about doing something that's not done before kind of a feeling.
This firebrand feminist is bold about her film choices.
Making most of whatever opportunity I get with whatever resources I have in hand, that has given me whatever success I have gotten. I didn't think about my eventual destination. I started enjoying the journey.
CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Entertainment Leader of the Year Award to Taapsee Pannu.
Let's move on to the next category for the evening. It's the Outstanding Contribution to Brand India. And here's a look at the nominees.
In the category Outstanding Contribution to Brand India, and the nominees are Adar Poonawalla, Neeraj Chopra, Baiju Ravindran, Geeta Gopinath, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, Mithali Raj.
And here's a look at the winner.
On 7th August 2021, a young boy from Punjab immortalized himself in the history of Indian sports.
कोई ज़्यादा सोचा नहीं था और बस अपना मैं पूरे दिल से खेला और गोल्ड जीता हूँ.
India's first ever Olympic gold medal winner in track and field is also a junior commissioned officer in the Rajputana Rifles. His mantra for scaling the pinnacle of success is deceptively simple.
सबसे पहले ट्रेनिंग है, ट्रेनिंग के बाद कंपटीशन आते.
Now he hopes his golden achievement unearths another hidden gem. And for bringing home a gold that's priceless, CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Outstanding Contribution to Brand India Award
Ladies
to
and gentlemen,
Chopra.
please put your hands together for Neeraj Chopra. Unfortunately, he couldn't be present here with us this evening due to other commitments, but he has sent us a message. Have a look.
नमस्ते, मैं नीरज चोपड़ा. पूरे CNBC TV18 की टीम को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद मुझे इस अवार्ड से सम्मानित करने के लिए. और मैं हमेशा कोशिश करता रहूँगा कि देश के लिए और मेडल्स लेके आता रहूँ और ऐसे खुशी के पल लेके आता रहूँ. और जब मैं वर्ल्ड जूनियर खेला था और वहाँ पे वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड किया, तब मुझे पता लगा था कि हाँ, हम इंडियंस भी भारत के भी कुछ कर सकते हैं वर्ल्ड में. तो बस यही कोशिश रहती है कि हमेशा जब भी मैं फील्ड पे जाऊँ तो कुछ अच्छा करूँ और अपने देश को प्राउड फील कराऊँ. और इस सब परफॉर्मेंस से और मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ, आने वाले टाइम में जो भी हम स्पोर्ट्स को आगे लेके जा रहे हैं, सभी खिलाड़ी मिलके या हमारे लोग भी उसको हेल्प कर रहे हैं, तो आने वाले टाइम मुझे लगता है हम और अच्छा करेंगे और अपने देश को प्राउड फील कराएंगे. थैंक यू.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to make a special mention to a personality who has made an outstanding contribution to brand India through her numerous achievements.
Well, Mithali Raj, even though she doesn't require any introduction, we're still going to give her one. She is the Test and ODI captain of India's women's national cricket team. As India's greatest female batter, Mithali Raj has reached milestones aplenty in her storied international career spanning more than 2 decades.
Mithali is also the first Indian cricketer to go past the 10,000 run landmark in women's international cricket. She is also the first player to score 7 consecutive 50s in the ODIs. Raj also holds the record for the most half centuries in women's one-day international. I request Mithali Raj to come on stage to receive her award. A big round of applause for her.
Thank you to CNBC TV18 for conferring me with this honor. And I find myself today evening in the august company of Honorable Finance Minister, India's first women finance minister, ma'am. You're an embodiment of empowerment and the very picture of inspiration. And the other leaders from the financial world. I have to thank Shaheen for inviting me. I was in 2 minds, honestly, to turn for this event because the last couple of days I've been sulking, wallowing because Indian team was out of the knockouts. So, but then I think I've made a good decision to turn out to this evening. Inspiration is what I needed, a room full of leaders. And thank you very much for having me here. Have a very good evening.
Well, congratulations. Tapsi, thank you very much for doing the honors. Mithali, can I request you to please stay back on stage for the next award as well? And with that, the next award for the evening is the Sports Leader of the Year Award. And here are the nominees.
In the category Sports Leader of the Year, and the nominees are Neeraj Chopra, Sumit Antil, Lavlina Borgohain, Avni Lekhara, Ravi Dhaya.
And the winner of the Sports Leader of the Year award goes to...
She knows no boundaries, no limits, except the ones she's broken beyond.
I'm very happy. I'm so grateful and elated. I feel like I'm on top of the world.
Ever since an accident in 2012 damaged her spinal cord, her life has not been ordinary because Avni Lekhara doesn't do the ordinary. Inspired by Abhinav Bindra's journey to Olympic success, Avni began shooting for the stars. At the young age of 21, Avni is already a proud recipient of the Padma Shri and the Khel Ratna Awards. For defying fate and converting adversity into ambition, CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Sports Leader of the Year Award to Avni Lekhara.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Avni Lekhara. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here with us this evening, but she did send us a message.
I would like to thank CNBC TV18 and India Business Leader Awards for honoring me with Sports Leader of the Year Award. It is so motivating to see people recognizing para sports, and with this award we are moving towards more inclusivity and towards a successful path for India. This is giving me a lot of motivation to do more for my country in future. Thank you so much.
The year 2021 saw us bidding goodbye to our favorite personalities who breathed their last. Now it's time for us to honor and pay our humble tribute to these visionaries, to these legends and geniuses of their respective fields who have not only inspired the whole nation, but have set examples for millions to follow in the coming times. Let's have a look at this year's In Memoriam inductees.
2021 was a brutal year. Last year, India lost some of her favorite sons. Men who inspired India's collective imagination with their individual brilliance, and warriors who made us proud with their courage and wisdom in the line of fire. These were pioneers who paved the way for future generations of dreamers and doers.
If you're not willing to accept those bumps in the road and do something about it at the right time, you're not going to have big success.
And superstars who captivated our hearts and minds with their incredible genius. The trailblazers are no longer with us. For their invaluable contribution, we celebrate them because their lives brought joy to millions of Indians the world over. For bringing glory to the nation, the India Business Leader Awards honors the men whose deeds will live forever. In memoriam, Milkha Singh, General Bipin Rawat, Dilip Kumar, and Naren Gupta.
Well, unfortunately, the relatives of Naren Gupta, General Bipin Rawat and Dilip Kumar were unable to make it this evening, but accepting the award on behalf of Milkha Singh, please welcome on stage his daughter, Sonia Sanvalkar. Well, it's an absolute pleasure to remember and honor these legends. Well, Lata, thank you very much for doing the honors this evening. And before we move on to the next set of awards, let me invite on stage Shireen Bhan and Uday Kotak, Executive Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Kotak Mahindra Bank, to present the award for Hall of Fame. So this year, we'll be inducting not one, but two legends into the India Business Leader Awards Hall of Fame. Here's a look at the first inductee of the evening.
For more than 5 decades, A.M. Naik has helped build L&T and brand India into a global force to be reckoned with.
My objective was to use L&T as a platform to serve the nation. Primary objective was how am I useful to the nation.
The company's heavy engineering and manufacturing facility in Hazira is the 3rd largest in the world, and a center of Indian innovation and global excellence in the defense and security sector.
I always believed that devotion, passion, conviction and commitment, if you don't have, you can't build an outstanding organization. I have followed this all my life.
CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Hall of Fame Award to A.M. Naik.
Well, please put your hands together for the first inductee of the 17th edition of the India Business Leader Awards Hall of Fame. A.M. Naik, the group chairman of Larsen & Toubro Group, who has demonstrated outstanding leadership in the corporate world over the years. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Naik couldn't be here with us tonight, but he has recorded a special message for us this evening. Take a look.
I'm delighted. I have been working throughout 15 hours a day, primarily with L&T platform to serve the nation, and of late, more so involved in philanthropic and societal work and charity. So I need to be pushed further. And when I get an award like this, in the fame of hall with other much senior, and when I am selected to be in the hall of the fame with people who have made a difference to our country, I am really getting motivation and inspiration. What more can I do?
Well, to receive the award, please welcome S.N. Subramanian, CEO and MD, Larsen & Toubro.
Well, from one legend to another, please put your hands together for the man who lived by the dictum that integrity and character matter the most, and his contribution for putting the Indian industry on the world map will forever remain unparalleled. Joining Mr. Naik on this year's Hall of Fame prestige is
a larger-than-life figure whose persona illuminated Indian business for over 5 decades. Rahul Bajaj enriched the idea of India as an industrial powerhouse that could match the best in the world. Born into a family of freedom fighters, his expression of nationalism came through his institution building, varied businesses, and giving back to society.
I am all for equality of opportunity, but I believe in that philosopher who said the biggest inequality of all is trying to make unequals into equal.
The iconic Hamara Bajaj slogan for various Bajaj two-wheelers will forever be etched in the minds of at least 2 generations of Indians.
Hamara Bajaj, Hamara Bajaj.
A rare businessman who spoke truth to power, Rahul Bajaj was honoured with the Padma Bhushan in 2001 for steering his business with a rare sensitivity towards his people and his country, and for putting the average Indian on 2 motorized wheels. CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Hall of Fame Award to Rahul Bajaj.
And to receive the award, please welcome Mr. Rahul Bajaj's son, Sanjeev Bajaj, and his daughter, Sunaina Kejriwal.
Thank you and congratulations once again. CNBC-TV18 is indeed humbled to induct A.M. Naik and Rahul Bajaj into the India Business Leader Awards Hall of Fame.
Well, with that, it's time now to unveil the Outstanding Company of the Year. And here are the nominees.
In the category Outstanding Company of the Year, and the nominees are Wipro, HDFC Life, Hindustan Unilever Limited, Divis, Britannia.
Well, this is a big one. Let's take a look at the winner for this category.
Every day, 9 out of 10 Indians are touched by them. Their products are our habits. For more than 85 years, they've grown with India and nourished our lives. Now, they want to nourish our planet.
HUL is a purpose-driven and a values-led organization.
India's largest FMCG company is transitioning from consumption to consciousness. By 2025, HUL will save more than 1 lakh tons of virgin plastic. In 5 years, all their packaging will become either recyclable, reusable, or renewable.
I can tell you that in the next 2 years, the HUL of tomorrow will be starkly different from the HUL what you saw 5 years back.
And by reinventing their processes, HUL is reimagining India.
this while halving our environmental footprint and simultaneously increasing or improving our social and economic impact.
For putting the environment before economics and equating sustainability to success. CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Outstanding Company of the Year Award to Hindustan Unilever Limited.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Sanjeev Mehta, Chairman and MD, Hindustan Unilever Limited.
First and foremost, let me thank CNBC-TV18, the jury, for this honor. And it's a special honor when this is handed over by Madam Finance Minister. We have been reimagining and reinventing ourselves. And it's a journey, not a destination. Having said that, we firmly believe that we have to live with the times, with the changing times, the changing societal expectations. And our endeavor is to make every Indian proud of Hindustan Unilever.
The next award, ladies and gentlemen, is for the Outstanding Business Leader of the Year. And here are the nominees.
In the category Outstanding Business Leader of the Year, and the nominees are Kiran Divi, Adar Poonawala, N. Chandrasekharan, C. Vijay Kumar, Sanjeev Mehta.
And the winner of the Outstanding Business Leader of the Year award goes to...
In early 2020, the COVID pandemic locked down the world. As nations grappled with a disease that had no cure, one man decided to unlock India's manufacturing potential.
There were so many challenges that we went through, from finding the right partner, manufacturing at risk, raising capital to be able to afford and build these facilities ahead of time.
Today, Adar Poonawala Serum Institute has produced more than 1.9 billion COVID vaccine doses. And its vaccines are used in 70 countries globally. 85% of their revenue comes from overseas markets. CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards proudly presents the Outstanding Business Leader of the Year Award to Adar Poonawala.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Outstanding Business Leader of the Year, Adar Poonawala, CEO, Serum Institute of India.
Adar, what a last 2 years it's been, and I would imagine it's been far from easy for you. But hopefully the pandemic is behind us. Fingers crossed. What next for Serum?
I think, we'll just continue building on this momentum. And my only prayer from the government also to support the speed at which we were able to do things. The speed of doing business is, I think, as important as ease of doing business. And we saw that during this pandemic, and we witnessed that it is possible. And, with competition, madam, also from China and South Korea, even the African continent, which is now looking at investing to compete with India's, pharmaceutical industry, we really must continue this momentum. So I just hope to build on this success and hope this industry will continue leading India globally as well.
Standard Chartered presents CNBC-TV18 India Business Leader Awards in partnership